to Temecula now, speak to Yolanda, who's got a question for us today. Welcome to Pastor's Perspective, Yolanda. What's your question?
Thank you for taking my call. Basically, my son asked a question, and the question is, in today's terms, what does it mean to put God first in your life?
In today's terms, you're asking?
Yes, sir.
Okay. John?
Well, to put God in your life would simply mean that God would have the chief place of your life, the preeminent place. It means that you understand that you were made for God, that you exist for His glory. And when you understand that, then all of a sudden, all the other things that pertain to life, it has meaning. When Paul, for example, talks about eating and drinking and whatever you do for the glory of God, we understand we exist for God. And so we have meaning now to live out life because it's to magnify God. We're fulfilling the purpose of our existence. It's when people don't understand that and they make anything and everything other than God the first preeminent chief desire and position of life. This is the reason why there are so many people that are lost and misguided in regards to the meaning of life. It's only when we understand that God is our creator, and for those who place their trust in Jesus Christ for salvation, He's not only our maker, but He's also our redeemer. And so we understand we exist for Him. We exist for His glory. We exist that in everything that we do in life, it's all for His praise and worship. And when we do that, we are fulfilling the purpose of our existence, and we understand the meaning of life.
Now, as a comparison, what are some of the things that people do put first in their life now, people who don't know the Lord, and how would that look different if they put God first?
It's the person they see in the mirror. That's who they put first.
That's right.
That's
really
the main
answer,
thing,
yeah.
And they do it in various ways. In other words, instead of the little button WWJD, what would Jesus do? It's what would I do? In other words, to think of me. And so, like John said, it's either Christ-centered or human-centered. And Brian, if it's human-centered, then everybody has their own way of putting themselves first. It's always about, the big I, the me, and that. And so this is a simple question people have to ask. Who are you putting first in your life? Are you putting your own desires, your own life, your own wants, or you're putting Jesus first? Because when you lose your life, you're going to find it. That's right. That's the thing, isn't it? True, John, because as Jesus said, if you want to go up, you go down. If you want to be exalted, you humble yourself. If you want to get forward, then you lose your life because He has so much better things in store for us. When we try to make it on our own, we lose it. C.S. Lewis had said, if you shoot for the world, you won't get it. If you shoot for heaven, you'll get heaven, and God will throw earth in on the deal. And that's what the Christian life's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's where the book of Ecclesiastes is so helpful. It just shows us the meaninglessness of an existence without God. We were made for God. And when we get that, then that's when we begin to fulfill the purpose of our life.
Yep. All right, Yolanda, thanks for calling us today on Pastor's Perspective.